Don't forget to like, follow, subscribe, and turn on notifications so that you will receive alerts when there are new episodes. Go get it.
That's what I tell 'em. I've been grinding for so long, I wake up and chase my goals. I go out and I go get it. How to code, that's all I know. I don't succeed, then I don't breathe. Success, what does it mean? If I conquer all my goals, then I'm living out my dream. Dig deep, go out and get it. Success Chronicles, compete until it's finished. Success Chronicles, go take care of your business. Success Chronicles, it's deeper than just winning. Success Chronicles.
Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Chip Baker coming to you with a topic session today with Miss Julianna Raye. She is the CEO and head trainer of Unified Mindfulness Educational Programs, doing lots of great things. And just wanted to just get on, and we're going to be going over some techniques and some things that she uses in her programs that are super helpful. Just wanted to give her opportunity to just kind of talk about some of those things so you guys can kind of see what that is, and maybe incorporate some of these things in your life that can help you as well. So first off, I just want to say thank you so much for taking the time to dive deep with me.
It's my pleasure, Chip. I'm really looking forward to this. Is my thing I love to do. So I'm happy to be here.
Awesome. Well, what technique are you going to share with us today? And you can go ahead and get into it.
Yeah. So we're going to take this in a few steps. This is a technique we like to lead with in Unified Mindfulness. It's called the See, Hear, Feel technique, and you'll understand why in a minute. We really like it because, a lot of times when people think about meditation or mindfulness, they think you have to sit with your eyes closed, stay still. A lot of people don't like that. They have busy lives and they don't realize that actually you can be developing your attention while you're on the go. So I like the See, Hear, Feel technique because it's something you can do seated with your eyes closed, but it's also something you can do eyes open out in the world as you're bopping around in daily life. So, yeah, so it's fun in that sense. It's also kind of like interesting. You make discoveries about your experience. I like that. So the way we do the technique is we divide your senses into 3 categories. Guess what they are? See, hear, feel. So it's pretty straightforward. But it's a little tricky because we're saying that these 3 categories have subcategories. So there's see, but see could be what you see in your mind, and it could also be what you see in the world. So when we daydream, we're seeing, but we're just seeing it in our mind, versus you're noticing objects when you look around the world. But see, all right, so that's one way we can think about see, as it happens inside or it happens outside. Same thing with hear. We can hear chatter in the mind, or we can also hear sounds in the world. So hear includes an inside and an outside, inner, outer. And then feel, we divide up feel in a special way. We divide up what you feel emotionally and what you feel physically. And we do it that way because it's really useful to notice when you're having emotional reactions to things. That can benefit us in a lot of ways. And a lot of us don't realize, for instance, that, if we're feeling sad or if we're feeling happy, that's actually taking place in the body. And if you notice it, it can help you manage the experience or actually enrich the experience, either way. So we've got see, hear, feel, and then there's inner. So what you see in the mind, what you hear in the mind, what you feel emotionally in the body, and then there's outer, what you see in the world, what you hear outside, and what you feel physically. And just for convenience, taste and smell is considered feel out, what you feel physically. So this is the gym that we're working out in to strengthen our attention skills. And there's one other aspect of that I want to highlight. So we've got see, hear, feel, inner, outer. The last is what we call active versus restful. So sometimes if my eyes are closed and I bring my attention to my eyes, there's nothing much to look at. It's just a blank screen. Sometimes you'll have images, you're daydreaming, but sometimes it's just blank. So that would be considered restful. Sometimes when our eyes are open, we're not really looking at anything in particular. Like when runners run, they have what's called a soft gaze, where they're kind of right? All their energy is going to the running, and your eyes are open, but you're not really looking at anything in particular. So that would be a more restful way to see. So as opposed to like looking at objects and, taking in the environment. So we can say that see has an inside and outside, an active or restful, right? Same thing with hear. We got what we hear in the mind, what we hear in the world, inner, outer, but then it could be blah, 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 a whole lot of mental chatter going on in the mind, or it could be, my mind's pretty quiet right now. Same thing with the outside. How nice is it when there's been a noisy activity and suddenly the room gets quiet? We love the sound of a quiet room. It's restful. So same thing. It's like inner, outer, active or restful. And then the same thing physically. Inner, outer. Active would mean you've got emotions that you're noticing in the body. Restful would mean there are no emotions that you notice in the body, but you're noticing, hey, there's no emotions happening right now. It's peaceful. Same thing. Physically would mean I'm noticing sensations. The sensations could be pleasant, they could be unpleasant, but you're noticing them. Versus, not really much going on in the body right now. I'm not really feeling much of anything. Or I'm feeling nice and relaxed right now. Restful. So that is the whole gym of our experience. See, hear, feel, inner, outer, active, restful. To keep things simple, when we do this technique, all we have to know is whether what you're noticing is in the see category, the hear category, or the feel category. And I will get into more details about that maybe on our next session. That sound good?
Yeah, that sounds good. I love it. A great analogy on all of those, and great breakdown. I think as you've gone through the see, hear, feel technique, I think it allows you, and we talked about this before, it allows you to have some awareness of course, what you're seeing, what you're hearing, what you're feeling. I think it allows you to take control of your emotions and all of those things, your mindfulness.
Exactly. Yeah. You can't have, it's really great to say like, be more present. But if you don't have a framework for that, it's really hard to do it. So this gives us a framework. This says, okay, you know what? It's going to take a little effort to be more present. Let me break down my experience into these categories so I know what I'm looking at, so I have more awareness about what I'm experiencing. And then let me develop these skills, these attention skills that we call mindful attention skills, which we'll go into. And now I'm really doing a workout. It's as clear and straightforward as going to the gym. That's how it should be.
Yeah, I like that. I like how you say that too. I mean, just if you expect to train and be better, physically and get your muscles bigger or whatever, or build your cardio, whatever it is you're focusing on strengthening, you have to work on that. And I think if you want to heighten your awareness, I think this is a great technique to be able to do that.
Yeah. So just as a little, maybe a little assignment until the next time we talk, start to notice when your attention is drawn to one of the three categories. Identify it. Is it see? Is it hear? Is it feel? As you're going about your daily life, maybe, a bird catches your eye in the tree, you're seeing it. Or maybe you hear the twitter of the bird, then hear, right? Or maybe you feel a little bit of joy when you look at a beautiful sunset. That would be feel. So as a little way to kind of get into the mode of this technique. Yeah, just like in daily life, bopping around, see, is it see? Is it hear? Is it feel?
Well, good deal. Well, thank you again so much for sharing the see, hear, feel technique. Great stuff, and very helpful and beneficial, I think, and could be in our lives. And so thanks so much for taking the time to do that.
My pleasure. Next time we'll talk about the skills and we'll get into the actual technique.
All right. Well, good deal. Well, thank you guys for checking out this topic session, see, hear, feel technique. We'll see you next time. God bless.
Go get it.